So we're looking at the knee, and we're looking, you can see my knee is slightly bandaged up as well. That was in order to do the walk. So looking at the knee, if you feel the little bone at the side of the lower leg, you come up and feel bone, 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 nothing. Soft tissue, that's the joint. So this is the head, the top of the fibular bone, the little thin bone. Just draw it over there, little triangle. And so if you go for the top of the bone, and then you go make a line down, and you go at the bottom of the bone and line across, just in front of that join of the inner vertical line and the lower horizontal line. It's a little hollowed, and that is gallbladder 34. So if you look on your, I haven't put it, something like Yongling Klang or something, long. I didn't write it down, or that you wouldn't want to know it. Anyway, that's gallbladder 34, just below the fibular head. So why would I use it? If it's a gallbladder point, so if you've got any kind of liver and gallbladder issue, and that would usually mean you'd be feeling quite nauseous. Maybe you've had, at the same time, I'm going quite deeply here, and I'm not rubbing over the skin, I'm moving the tissue underneath it. And so if you'd gone out and you'd had a really rich meal, or if it had a little bit too much to drink, possibly, you would definitely want to work in here. And the other reason is gallbladder 34 is a master point for the liver, because the gallbladder and liver work together. They're in the same partnership. And it is a master point for treating the tendons and the joints of the body. So if you're having lots of arthritis, if you're having tendinitises, anything with the tendons, not really the muscles, but the tendons around the joints, this is a point that you'll want to do. And if you woke up in the middle of the night and you were very nauseous, you would want to be doing gallbladder 34, and then you'd move across. So here's my knee, there's my patella, and this is gallbladder point. You're going to put one finger on that, so put your index finger on that. The next finger is going to go onto the kneecap, and on the top of the tibia is the next bony piece of bone that you feel here. And where the middle finger falls, which is just a little bit to the side of the tibia here, it's about a thumb's breadth away, that is stomach 36. And stomach 36's name is Susanli, the point of 3 villages. And as you're doing a bit of massage on that, if you went across, you'd feel you're going over a muscle belly. Now, if you've been quite active, it might be a bit tight, but certainly if you were doing a lot of walking, a lot of marching, a lot of running, that is a point that you would want to release and soften. And Sunzali means 3 villages. So in the ancient times, the soldiers found if they kept this point kind of, they used to irritate it. Actually, I've seen comrades runners needle it while they've been running. And that would keep your foot still coming up, even though you're exhausted. So this is a point which works on any stomach condition in the body, absolutely anything. Obstructions, diarrhea, constipation, stomach pain, but it's also a very good point for energizing the body. So if you're feeling very sluggish and sleepy, you come and do a bit of work on stomach 36. When we do the sort of physical movements of Qigong, it would be equivalent to do knocking on the door of life, just like, wow, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. So that's stomach 36, gallbladder 34, really useful points. So if I woke in the middle of the night with stomach pain, I'd stick a needle in there, a needle in here. Otherwise, no needles, don't want to get out of bed, just massage. But, you know, when I say massage, I'm talking about, you know, deep, slowly get deeper. And you can do it for a couple of minutes. So you could do about, you know, 100 pressures on each point. Okay. Then we'll go down the leg, and we'll say when we get to the foot, go a little bit further back. So when I get to the foot.
And Danielle's just asking, would you use both sides?
Yes, absolutely. So you definitely, so here I am sitting here and I start off with my gallbladder. I find up the gallbladder, over the little head and soft area here. That's the head of the fibula, and then just go in the front of that head, just to the little angles, the little triangles and bottom of the triangle. So you do gallbladder 34, both sides. Let's just do a little bit now while we're here. Nice little. And I've been working on the one side, and now that I've come to the other side, my right-hand side is already a lot softer because I've been giving it a good massage already. Be hard or soft. I worked very, very firmly last night. And then I took on this side, I can take the ring finger, index finger over my tibia in the middle. That's where my stomach 36 is. And then working that. And have a sense of whether the right is tighter than the left. You may be walking a little bit more, with a little bit more pressure on one leg than the other. So again, stomach 36, one of the 10 most common points that acupuncturists use, as is gallbladder 34. Because anyone who came in with arthritis or joint pain, you'd definitely be working on gallbladder 34 as well. Okay, if we go down to the foot, so you've got your big toe, and then you've got the first toe, and in between the bones is like a little valley, a little triangular valley, and you're wanting to come in at the very tip, just where the valley starts between the two metatarsal bones. So feel tiny little valley, and then just where it's big enough for your finger to fit, that's where you're going to be coming in and doing a bit of pressure. And that's liver 3. Liver 3 is going to give you smooth flow of liver and gallbladder meridian. And you'd also be using it for nausea, but one of the biggest things you're going to be using it for is for headaches, okay? Because we look at headaches very often in Chinese medicine. Headaches are seen as liver fire rising to the head, okay? And working down hurts as if you calm that fire and bring it down. So if you had a lot of dizziness as well, you'd come in and do liver 3. You'd even do it for something like if your eyes were blurry. Remember, the liver shows in the eyes. If you have jaundice, you have yellow eyes. So any issue with the eyes, you could come and do liver 3, but headaches as well. And even epilepsy, it's used for epilepsy as well. And again, you can do both sides. We do the liver there, do the liver on the other side. Or we could be sitting with both feet like this, and you could be doing the liver on both sides. Okay. Really lovely for nausea as well. Really lovely for headaches. If we go a tiny bit to the side, we go into the next little triangle that comes between the second and the third toe. And again, right into the tip of the valley, but off the bones. You don't be rubbing on the bones. That's going to be stomach 43. And sometimes, like, it's not a lot of space here, so you might want to just do a little lengthwise pressure in there. And interestingly enough, one of the main indications for this is swelling in the face. And you think, well, why swelling in the face? Well, this is stomach meridians, the end of the stomach meridian. Stomach meridian is beginning just below the center of your eye. Stomach 2 just over the cheekbone here. So it's bringing down the energy that's maybe been congested in the face. So for that as well, but it's also a very calming point for the stomach. So with my condition last night, I was doing stomach 36 stomach 43, liver 3, gallbladder 34. This one is a bit easier to do than one at a time. And then what I did is I came up to, I haven't given you this one, but I'm just adding it on. I came to the bottom of the sternum, bottom of the breastbone. And sometimes when you've got stomach obstructions or a bit of spasm, sort of below the ribs, I kind of thought, I wonder if I've got spasm in my diaphragm. I was trying to diagnose it. I was coming underneath the ribs. And then I thought, you know, this, your rectus abdominis, which is the long stomach muscle coming here, is really, really tight. There's a bit of protective spasm. But this is also stomach 21. So we've got stomach 2 coming all the way down and eventually going down the foot. And this is stomach 21 here. And it is a point to release any spasm around the lower ribs and also to prevent vomiting. And it worked absolutely incredibly well. So you can remember that one if you come short with any really bad stomach pain, stomach cramps. It's a very, very useful one. Okay, good. I will put some notes onto the WhatsApp group with the names and numbers of each point. But thank you for pointing that out, Liberty. That's great. Sometimes I think, well, you know, the names are so long, you're not going to remember them anyway, and the numbers so much easier, but I know them and you don't. Okay. So, but thank you for that. So we're going to go into do Bhagwan Jin, which is the 8 Brocades, which focuses on the sinews, as the Chinese would call it, the sinews of the bodies. And remember, this was a set that was originally put together for one of the generals to use for his army. So the sitting ones obviously would have been for maybe the soldiers to do in the morning before they actually got up and went out to war, or it could have been done for the injured soldiers who couldn't actually get up and had to start strengthening their body from this point onwards. Okay. So we start just with breathing in. So we just want you to settle into your practice, and you can close your eyes and we'll just settle in for about a minute. Now, it says, close your eyes and do nothing. It's very hard for your mind to do nothing. So what I'm going to say is close your eyes, and if you can just peacefully do nothing, that's fine. But if the minute you close your eyes, you're thinking about tomorrow and yesterday and what you're going to have for supper, then focus on your breathing. It doesn't matter whether you focus on the breath in, the breath out, or whether you in fact count your breath in, count your breath out, because your breath is just an anchor. It's just to bring you in here instead of being out there. So every time your mind drifts off thinking about something else, just bring it consciously back to your breath. So let's just do that with eyes closed for a couple of seconds. Okie doke. Slowly open your eyes. And the first brocade is knocking the teeth together 36 times. What is it going to do for us? It's going to send vibrations right through the head. Now, unless you're ketogenic or you're paleo, you probably don't do enough chewing where your teeth actually come in contact with each other. And vibrating through the skull is very good for your brain. That's why we feel a lot better when we tap on our head. We're just doing it from the inside, going through the brain upwards. And one of the little organs in the brain that really loves this vibration is the pineal body. Little pineal body, when it gets vibrated, it helps to reset our circadian rhythm according to Hobomon. Okay, but the Chinese have been doing it for a long time. Okay, so 36 times. Right. Now you're going to put the hands behind the head and you're going to push your head into your hands. So resist your head pushing back with your hands. So what you're doing here, and your chin is slightly tucked in, you are strengthening the extensors of your neck and your upper back. So let's push for about 10, 15 seconds. You're also pushing that C7, that pokey bone back as well, strengthening those muscles and getting a nice position for your posture there. And then you're going to drop forwards, hand over your head, elbows coming together. And now you're stretching the back of the neck and opening the dorsal spine. So that's a really nice position to rest into. Coming up. You might feel a little bit of soreness just doing that. We've been doing a lot of computer work. This is very good to do every now and again. The pushing back as well, which is really good for your posture, and then the stretching of the muscles as you come forwards. So that could be a breath in if you like, and breathe out as you come forwards. See if you can round your neck as you come down. You're going to do 6 of that. That's 2, pushing back. Breathe out as you come forwards. Soften the neck. Each time you come down, you probably get a little bit more range of motion there, pushing back. Coming forwards. See if your chin can touch your chest. Yep. Forward, soften, drop your head, just let it drop down. Feel your shoulder blades opening there. The last one, come up. Last one down. Oh, okay. Next one is called Beat the Heavenly Drum. So we're going to put our hands together like this, interlock them, and our palms are going to go over the ears. So ears, hands behind. Well, they can't quite interlock unless you've got really long fingers. Okay, facing towards each other. And what you're going to be doing is you're going to be taking the index finger and slipping it off the middle finger so it knocks on your skull. So come back here, hands over your ears, and knocking your skull. As you knock the skull, it's knocking the base of your occiput there, and it's knocking over a point called Wind Pond. And Wind Pond is a point that is used a lot for headaches. So let's do 36. It's probably 6 already. Yeah, I've lost count. And relax. Okay. So now we're going to turn the head. So tuck your chin in, so long neck, feel your head lifted up. And as if your chin is on a plate of glass, it doesn't go up or down. You're going to turn to look over your shoulder, letting your eyes lead the way. Coming back to center. You can breathe in as you come to center, breathe out as you go in the other direction. We'll do 6 to each side. And this is lovely to hydrate the joints of the neck, especially if you've got your chin tucked in and you're feeling that your head is lifted up towards the sky. It's like brushing your teeth every morning. If you do this every day, your neck is going to be in very good condition. And one of the names for this movement is Wise Owl Turns His Head, to eliminate the 11 illnesses and the 7 fatigues. So we've got a stiff neck, then we haven't got a clear head. So if our neck is nice and flexible, and think of all the blood flowing up into the brain through the neck and the venous blood flowing down. You want it to be unimpeded, so you have good nourishment of your brain. So each time you should feel that you're getting a little bit further, breathing in, breathing out. In. Do another one to each side. And come back. All right, the next one is called Red Dragon Circles, the post. So what do we, who's Red Dragon? Red Dragon is your tongue. So what you're going to be doing is you're going to blow your cheeks out a little bit, do funny exercises of Qigong, blow them out a little bit, and then your tongue is going to circle around 6 times in one direction, 6 times in the other. And when you finish, it's going to go back and forward on the palate 12 times. Now, when you do this, you're going to find that you produce quite a lot of saliva, and that's a very good thing. So if you do, just swallow it. We know that saliva is antibacterial, and it's also very good for the digestion. So it's a good thing if it happens. So Red Dragon circles the post. Okay. Opposite direction. Mighty swallow, and then up and down the palate 12 times. Okay, rubbing your hands together. And then we're going to take our hands and we're going to put them over the kidneys. So lean forward a little bit and massage your kidneys. So what damages the kidney meridians, kidney function, is cold. You can imagine in those days, the soldiers sleeping in tents, maybe in the snow. And the other thing that damages the kidneys is fear. And they could be quite frightened as well. So this would be a really, really nice condition of the kidneys to do. Warm your hands up first. On the kidneys. So as you're rubbing the kidneys and you feel that warmth going into the body, imagine that that warmth is going through your body towards your dantian, or the sea of energy in front, just below the navel. So there is a connection, there is an internal connection between those two in Chinese medicine speak. So you're just getting that flow going through to the front. Rubbing again. You generally do these exercises in multiples of 3. So if you haven't got time, you might just do 3 of each, or 6 of each, or 9 of each, or 36 of each. And again, and the old story of the Taoist master walking through the forests and coming across this old soldier lying on his bed, hadn't been able to walk for the last 2 years or something, and the old man saying to the Taoist, Master, can you heal me? And he said, no, I can't heal you, but you can heal yourself. And apparently he gave him the set of exercises, and a year later or so, as history goes, he came and he found the same man in the forest walking around, digging his garden, and revitalized. So these are very good exercises. If for any reason you become bedridden, somebody you know that's bedridden, basic stuff, but really strengthens the body if done on a regular basis. Okay, dokes. So that is working the kidney. The next one's called turning the windlass. So imagine that this wheel that you're turning is really heavy. And so we do it with straight legs and we turn it forwards. Have a sense of turning a wheel there. So breathing out as you go down, breathing in as you come up. And we know that one of the exercises we do in Qigong is turning the wheel or the microcosmic orbit. So we're actually working through the central meridians, the Du meridian in the back, the Ren in the front. Let's go the other way. So breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in. You can do in and out through the nose, or you could do in through the nose, out through the mouth. Coming back. And then we're going to stretch the arms and hold the legs. So you're going to start stretching. And as you stretch up here, wiggle, sort of wiggle through the body. So you're actually stretching from the hips all the way up to the shoulders, opening the shoulders, keeping your back straight if you can, chin tucked in, sacrum dropped, head lifting to the sky. And then you're going to come forwards and see if you can hold onto your toes, drop your head and stay there for a few seconds. Good stretch. Come up, put your hands on top of your head. And you're going to be pushing your head up into your hands. And at the same time you do that, your hands are actually pushing into your head. So you're getting a really nice sort of holding co-contraction of your spinal muscles. Really, really nice there. And up you go and stretch again. A little bit of a wiggle. You can imagine if you're bedridden, this is really good for you, just to lengthen through your spine. And down, hold your toes, or hold just below your knees if that's as far as you can go. It doesn't matter. Slowly come back up, hands behind your head, not behind, on top of your head, sorry. So pushing up with your head, pushing down with your hands. Feel how strong that makes you, almost compacting the strength in your body. And then you go straight up again. It's a really nice kind of yin-yang from one to the other. Stretch. We'll just do 3 of these. And down you go. Hold for a couple of seconds. Coming up, hands over your head. Chin tucked in, long neck. Push down with your hands, push up with your head. And relax. Good. So you may feel that your body is feeling quite warmed up at the moment. So part of the reason you're doing this is to energize your body, to warm your body up, and also to improve your Wei Qi. So your Wei Qi is your immunity, can be your physical immunity, your physiological immunity, but also your emotional immunity as well. So having got all this warmth inside, we're going to imagine that we are sending the energy around. It's coming up the back of the spine, down the front of the body, up, 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 over the head, down, like that, to the perineum, up and down. And we're going to move a forward cycle there. And as you're doing that, just feel the warmth inside the body, and then gradually feel that that warmth is coming out towards the skin. And as you warm your body right to the skin, feel that warmth eventually emanating out from your body, so that you start to feel that you're sending warmth outwards, outside of you. And if you looked at yourself from outside, that maybe you'd see almost this lovely red glow, like the coals of a fire around your body. And I knew a Dutch acupuncturist many years ago. He was quite a wild, woolly man as well. And he had spent quite a few years training up, and he used to go in the snow and do this. And he said he could melt the snow all around him. I don't know whether I believed him or not, but the kind of guy he was probably did that. Okay, so close your eyes and just drop into your body and feel that you're circulating the warmth that you've built up during the practice from your sacrum up the back of the spine, top of your head, down past your face, your chin, your nose, your sternum, all the way down to the perineum, and then it goes up again. Just let it circle easily. Could breathe in as it comes up, breathe in as it goes down. So we're circulating what they call the microcosmic orbit. Very strong exercise. Notice the warmth inside you, and notice how it's spreading through your body towards your skin. You might feel a bit of warmth in your hands and your feet, even in your shoulders, your back. And then just feel as if your whole body is glowing. So your skin is warm and it's radiating its heat out into the world around you. We often feel the warmth of other people near us, but we don't think about the warmth that we're exuding as well. So just have a sense of that. There's a lovely glow around you. Strengthening your Wei Qi, your protective Wei Qi around you. And slowly relax. Move your fingers and toes. Open your eyes.